At Hawkeye goal was by number 7, Ellie Holley.
I started when I was 4. I was a little bit of an insane kid, so my parents put me in every single sport that they could. For hockey, it's the main sport in England, so we played it in school all the time. And then that was just kind of the one that I was like naturally loved a little bit more, had a little bit more passion for. I took a year after graduating high school and I found out about kind of what the opportunity in America could offer me. And it wasn't until I came out for the first time and I was like, wow, I actually would love to come here next year.
I started with playing soccer when I was about 12. They made me start playing field hockey, but I fell in love with it so quickly. And then this opportunity just kind of came out of nowhere and just took my chances and ended up at Iowa. Very, very lucky.
Seeing how close we got in 2019 and how angry we were at how it ended, I think has kind of fueled a lot of us forward. When we won the Big Ten championship, us all being like completely shocked. We scored in 20 something seconds and I didn't even realize we'd won the game. I was like, let's go set up at halfway. And then Maddy was like, we won. That was just a really fun moment to kind of make history in such a good program.
To talk about how COVID kind of changed, it was just a lot of sacrifice. We have a lot of like COVID team rules. And I just think that shows the commitment of the team, how much we wanted a season and how committed our team is to supporting each other and protecting each other, but also just like trying to keep on our goals of trying to go all the way.
I know for me, I've just been really grateful, even though we didn't have a season in fall, just to be able to train and to be able to be with such a supportive group of people and to be able to do something other than school. Because if we hadn't been able to train, it would have been horrible. It was horrible being at home in lockdown for like 4 months, I think. We were allowed to exercise once a day. We could leave our house once a day, shopping once a week. It was just not a fun experience.
I just spent a lot of time with my family over quarantine and just trying to stay fit, and they gave us some guidelines. It was very free because it's a difficult time. So it was like, do what you need to do. If you don't feel like doing anything today, that's fine. Just pick it up tomorrow. So I think that was really nice for us too and for our mental health.
I guess it was a little different back home for me. Our state, so I'm from an island, and my family never really experienced the pandemic at all. I think they had a couple cases and it got bad for a little while, but they've never had to wear masks or anything, and now everything's kind of back to normal, so they never really understood the struggle. But I'm still extremely grateful that I could be here with the team and get to train.
Kind of took it as like an opportunity. We took the fall as, yeah, our season was cancelled, but we had 7 freshmen, and in season it can be really hard to bond because you're just so busy, and having the 4 or 5 months to actually get to know the freshmen. Going into a spring season, we're such a unit now that we're not, wasting time with like, oh, hi, like, where do you like the ball? What's your name? We all know each other so well. I think that's really helped us flourish, but also kind of the support we had for each other in the fall. We had a lot of focus to hockey, but we also had a lot of focus on the individual and mentally dealing with what we were in the pandemic.
I know what distracts me. I would say like frustration, whether that's at myself, at decisions made on the field. I've improved a lot of that, but sometimes what people say to me on the field will focus me. There have been times where Elle or Nikki have turned around to me and be like, yeah, we're playing, whatever it is, you've got to get over it and deal with it later.
For me, it's more what happens before a game. If there are too many things going on, I can get really distracted by that, and that gives me a little bit of anxiety before a game, but I try to keep my routines the same for each game, so I know once I do all of that I'll be ready.
Our team chats definitely kind of bring it all in. We all have our circle before we do pushback and our chants and like our lining up. I think that really gets us all into the zone, and that really helps.
I guess what focuses me is just like staying in the moment and just having that shift of mindset of, we've got this next 60 minutes to play a game of hockey. Nothing else is really important in this moment. Just giving everything to the team in that time. And then I can get pretty distracted by a lot of things. So I don't know, you name it.
There are times when we can be really stressed with field hockey and, and it's like very tense, but I think you forget about how good the moments are off the field when we spend with each other. Being with the team and just like, I miss dinners, like sitting at a restaurant, you are just laughing for 2 hours with your teammates. I mean, I do miss those moments. And I think those are some of the moments that I'm going to cherish and remember those the most, just being with each other.